Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be here with me this morning, Thursday, May 26th, the weekend before Memorial Day. Just as a reminder, we will not be doing a live trade on Monday of Memorial Day. So no live trade on Monday. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our goal is to make you terrific traders. And we do that by teaching you how to use and read our proprietary trading tools. And we supplement that with what we consider to be the best in the business, one-on-one personalized training, which we think is the most efficient and effective way to learn currency trading. There is a bunch of information out there on currency trading, and the trick is, how do you siphon through it and figure out what's good and what's not? And we find the best way to do that is to team up with somebody who knows how to do it and can share their wisdom with you. In this session, what I do is we've got a dozen different signals. There's a couple that I will use in this session. One is called the 10-point trade, which basically we're trying to get all the lines to line up. And another is a little scalp trade called the thick orange line trade. If we have time, we'll do both. So with that, we need to start with this guy. And you know what? I didn't queue him up. So let me queue him up. Sorry about that. Didn't queue him up before we get going here. Got away from me. So to queue him up, let's listen here.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about our program is that we do these live trades. If you are a light, you get access to what's up here in the yellow. When you become a regular member, we have over 14 in addition to what's in the yellow. We do a live trade every morning at 10 a.m. We do a live trade every evening at 6 p.m. We also do another live trade at 10 p.m. And then there's also an additional paid session at 8 p.m. So plenty of opportunities to watch a successful trader trade. The guys that do these trades are all good traders. So there's an opportunity to learn. And historically, if you copy these trades, they net about 150 pips a week historically. So with that, let us get going. I like to trade off of a little trade routine. Basically, I before I get started, I make sure green chart and my MetaTrader 4 are up and running. And it is good practice to restart your green chart every day. Turn it on and turn it off. At the end of each day, you should review what you've done that day. Improvement is incremental. It's not about progress. It's about perfection. And the goal is, what could I have done better? We want to see what trades didn't do what we thought and see if we can figure out why. Now, the indicators are not 100%. But they do have a high accuracy rate. My accuracy rate's around 80%. So when something doesn't go the way I expected, I try to go back and figure out why. And sometimes, many times I can. Sometimes you can't. It's like, well, the setup was there. The setup was good. It just went the other way. As we are technical traders, which means we are trading based on the price action, and our indicators are very good at predicting where the prices are going to move. We also want to know what news events may impact pairs that we're trading. So we go to forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com tells us, breaks items down into yellow, which is low impact, orange, which is medium impact, and red, which is high impact. So we have a high impact item coming up today at 8:30, and actually it's on the USD. Preliminary GDP. We don't have a crystal ball. We can't figure out what the news is going to be and how it's going to impact things. So we just trade around it. I like to be out of it, out of a trade or a pair at least 2 hours before the event. I find sometimes even though the event is at 8:30, there's kind of leakage. People know what the announcement's going to be, or it comes out a little bit early, and all of a sudden you start seeing a move because of whatever that news is. So I find if I'm out of it 2 hours beforehand, I don't have to worry about it. And we've got two different things, even though they've got the unemployment has been strong. So, but this might be an issue. So we're not going to trade the USD this morning. Other issue is Euro. It's a bank holiday in France and Germany. So that takes a lot of the things we might trade off of the table. The bank holiday means it's going to be slower activity, and slower activity is our indicators work better when there's a higher level of trading. So we'll take a look and see what we have, but this doesn't look promising this morning. So with that, let us go back and see if we can find a setup. We are going to start with the light 6 major chart, which is one of the charts in your standard layouts. It is a chart that has multiple pairs on it. On this first chart, it's all US based pairs, and it is on a 1 hour candle. I like to trade on a 1 hour candle. Off of a 1 hour candle, you can typically find trades that range anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. And if you've watched me for any length of time, you see that usually kind of a single sitter, I'm going for 10 pips at a time. Although there are times that it will go for 20 or 30 pips. So I'm going to do the analysis here because part of this is a learning moment, although we probably won't take a trade on any US pair. But I start with the middle section of the chart, which is the majors and minors. With that, I am looking for situations. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray is the minor indicator. I am looking for situations where we are either above the blue line. This horizontal blue line is what we call the overbought line. When we are overbought, we want to, that is a good time to sell. And I'm specifically looking for when all the lines are pointing down. Likewise, this horizontal red line is the oversold line. So when the market's oversold, that is a good time to buy. So I'm looking for situations where all the lines are pointing up. And so this is kind of the first test of the trade. So if I don't have what I'm looking for here, I just go on to the next chart. I don't need to look at the other two sections. So here on the AUD USD, we are overbought. Majors are kind of coming down. Minors are a little bit sideways. And I do have the I don't have the double cross here yet. I don't have the gray on top of the black. There are three elements I'm looking for. One, that we're overbought. Two, all the lines are pointing down. And three, the gray lines on top and the red lines on top. And I don't have that. Oops, actually, no, I take that. No, I do want, no, the black line is on top. I take that back. Black line is on top. But I don't like the slope of this. This is actually okay on the majors. All right, well, technically, actually, I do have the 3 points here now that I'm kind of studying it. Not crazy about the slope on the minors, but the major slope is good. If I have all 3 points here, I pop up to the TNTs, and I want to count how many lines are consistent with what's going on here. And basically, I want 3 of the lines to tell me that we have a sell move here. So one of the orange lines is going down, one of them is going up. So I may have one of the 4. And the blue lines are inversely related. So when blue is going up, that means sell. So I've got one of the blue lines going up and one of the blue lines going down. Thick blue's going down. So I may have 2 of the 4 lines here telling me sell. I want 3 of the 4 lines here. So since I don't have 3 of the 4, I'm going to pass. And my goal is, since each of these sections measures something different, when I can get agreement across all 3 sections, that's a high probability trade. That's a high probability trade. So I don't have that here yet. As I said, just even looking here, I don't like the steepness of the minors. So the steepness of the minors is translated a little bit over here because I don't have 3 of the 4. Euro USD, overbought. Majors are still going up. Minors have started to turn. I want everybody coming down. Pound USD, overbought. Everybody's going up, so nothing there. USD Canadian dollar. We had just touched the oversold line. I've got everybody going up. And I have the double cross. Green's on top, gray's on top. Not crazy about the steepness of the line on the major here, but I do have the 3 points. When I look here, I have the 2 orange lines going up and the 2 blue lines going down. So all 4 are telling me buy. Now I want to confirm it with the pressure. This pressure is it's sideways. It's sideways, kind of a, I don't know, sideways with a weak up. The pressure is stronger the closer the lines are together and the steeper the lines. This is very weak because there's a big gap between them. Oops, this is very weak because this is a big gap between them. I want the lines to either be going up or I want the green line on top. And I have neither. I might consider this if the slope of the green line was going up. Since it's sideways, if the green line on the pressure was going up, I might give this more of a look, but it's not. In fact, it started going down while we've been talking, because when we first started, it was horizontal, and you can see here we've lost a double cross on the majors and minors. The majors are now starting to go sideways versus being the double cross. So we're going to pass. USD, Swiss franc, oversold going down. USD, JPY, oversold going down. So nothing there. So what I've done is I've cloned this chart and made a second one with non-US pairs. But again, we've got a bank holiday in Europe, so that's I'm not sure I want to trade any European pairs. Euro, pound, we're in the middle of the channel sideways. AUD, JPY, middle of the channel, disagreement here. Minors are going up, majors are kind of starting to come down. Euro, Canadian dollar, overbought going up, so nothing there. AUD, NZD. We just touched overbought with the majors, and both are coming down, and we have the double cross. Not crazy about the steepness on the minor. 2 orange lines going down. I only have 2 of the 4 here. 2 blue lines going down means buy. So we're going to pass. Other reason I might not trade this now is it's evening time in both Australia and New Zealand. I like to trade when at least one of the pairs is morning time. So we don't have that here. Pound, yen. We're just approaching overbought, so nothing there. Euro, Australian dollar, overbought, still going up. So let's go to another pair, see what we have. So this is, again, another 6 pairs. Canadian dollar, yen, oversold, going down. Euro, New Zealand dollar, overbought, still going up. Pound, New Zealand dollar, overbought, going up. And you'll notice both of these are very, very similar. It's almost identical in both the majors and minors, the pressure and the TNTs. So the New Zealand dollar here is kind of driving what's going on there. New Zealand dollar, yen. We're in the middle of the channel going sideways, so nothing there. New Zealand USD, sideways, overbought, sideways, so nothing there. Euro, Swiss franc. We're in the middle of the channel kind of going up, so nothing there. Let's go to the next group. Looks like we're going to get shut out this morning. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Overbought. Everybody's coming down. I have the double cross. The red is just barely going over. I'm not crazy about the steepness of the lines, but I've got 3 points here. 1 orange is going saying sell, and 1 blue is saying sell. So I only have 2 of the 4 here. So again, I'm going to pass. I'm looking for situations when I can get everybody to line up. That's a high probability trade. I only need 3 to 4, 2 to 4 good trades a day, and I'm making good money. So I am going to wait till I see my setup. And if there is no setup, I'm not taking a trade. Sometimes as new traders, we want to kind of get in there and always be trading. And always be trading is not good. It reduces your accuracy rate. Swiss franc, yen. We're more than halfway through the channel. I like it. I look at where the major is in respect to the channel. I'm not as I don't mind that the minor is run through the channel, but I want to see where the major is. And ideally, what I'm looking for is if I can catch the trade down here, I can get that run through the channel, and that's how I get my 10 pips. When I pick up the trade here, it may run through the channel, continue to run through the channel. The question is, how much is it worth? And again, I want to take trades where I can get my 10 pips and get out. To me, that's kind of a good risk reward. Let's see. Euro yen, we are almost through the channel. Pound Australian dollar overbought, still going up. New Zealand dollars, Swiss franc. We are. It turned around in the middle of the channel. It's going down. It's approaching oversold, so nothing there. And then Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, oversold and going down. So we have just gone through 24 pairs and didn't see anything interesting. So let's change it up, and we're going to use a different signal. So one of the nice things about the program is there are multiple signals. And if you don't see something on one signal, you can find something on another signal. So this signal I'm going to use right now is something called the thick orange line signal. It focuses on what the thick orange line is doing. And it is a little scalp trade. So it doesn't require the kind of the depth of the analysis that the 10-point trade does. We didn't actually go through the full 10-point trade because we didn't find a setup. But had we found a setup, then the next step would have been to confirm that it was a good trade and then figure out how much it's worth. Here we don't have to do that. If we see the signal, we know it's good. This trade is only good on a 1 hour chart. It is good at the top of the hour when there's less than 5 minutes left. And right now we've got 7 minutes left. So we'll start looking, but I wouldn't take this until there's less than 5 minutes left. In fact, some traders wait until the clock actually switches over to the new candle to take the trade. And I'll explain that to you in a minute. But right now, let's see if we see the signal. So this thick orange line is scaled, and it goes from 0 to 10. And when it's at 0, that's as low as it can go, and it believes that there's no more down in the movement. If there's no more down in the movement, it's a good time to buy. Likewise, when it gets up to 10 up here, it believes there's no more up in the movement. If there's no more up in the movement, that is a good time to sell. So I am looking for situations where this number is either 0 or 1 or within 1 point of either end. So 5 isn't close enough. So this is really quick to tell. So 5 isn't close enough. 8 isn't close enough. 8.9 isn't close enough. I want it to be 9 or better. 6.5 isn't close enough. 4 isn't close enough. 10. Yes, I've got my 10 here. Now, again, we want high probability trades. So to get that high probability trade, I want something that confirms that, hey, there's no more up in the movement. And what I'm going to use to confirm it is, where are the majors and minors? I want the majors and minors to be also overbought. I want them way up here. Specifically, not just touching the line. I want them to be kind of above the line. Look where our majors and minors are. They're below the red line. So this is kind of telling me there's more up in the movement. And what happens is when this is at 10 and all of these guys are extended above the blue line, when the candle changes in 5 minutes, it's almost like pulling a rubber band. There's going to be a little snap when the candle changes, and that snap is usually good for 5 pips. So when I can see that setup, it's a layup, a 5 pip layup. So nothing here. So let's keep going. 4 isn't close enough. 7 isn't close enough. 8.8 isn't close enough. 5.4 isn't close enough. 10, yes. So I got part 1, but my majors and minors, these are like way better than what we just looked at a second ago. But my red line is just touching the blue line. I want my red line up almost where the green line is. It can be a little lower than that, but close to where this green line is. So not quite. 9.8. That's within 1 of 10. So yes. And again, the lines are touching, but not high enough for me. I want them to be a little higher. So not quite. Almost only counts in, what's the saying? Horseshoes and hand grenades. So I want it to be, I want the setup to be the setup. I'm not going to, again, another mistake new traders make is they anticipate, or they try to anticipate what the chart's going to do rather than waiting for the chart to do it. I can tell you trying to anticipate the chart is a losing venture. You just wait till the chart tells you and then take it off the chart. It tells you. Even when the chart tells you it's not 100%, it's 80, between 70 and 90%. So just wait until you see the signal. So 10, well, my majors and minors are down here, so nothing. 10, this is close. It's touching. I really want the red line to be up where the black line is to be happy with this. 10, 10 pound New Zealand dollar. That red line is close enough. That red line is close enough. You see how this is different than this? So let's go ahead and take a sell on the pound of New Zealand dollar for 5 pips. A sell on the pound of New Zealand dollar. So I'm going to open up my MetaTrader 4, or you can use your simulator. So this is the pound New Zealand dollar. Pound New Zealand dollar. I don't have that tab open, so I'm going to go to File. Let's make this bigger. I'm going to go to File, New Chart. I'm going to look for pound New Zealand dollar. Don't see it there, so it's in this third group. Pound, come on. Why don't I see it here? Down here more. There it is. Pound New Zealand dollar. I'm going to make it the hour chart. All right, what's the problem here? So this trade is worth 5 pips, and the spread is 4 pips. So we're at 86 to 90, 86 to 91. That's 5 pips. I'm not going to take a 5 pip trade with a 4 pip spread, because that means I'm giving 4 pips to the broker, and there's only 1 pip for me. So that risk reward ratio isn't good. So we're going to pass. This works when typically the spread is less than 1 pip. And on a major currency pair like the Euro USD, you're going to see the spread. See, the spread is 2 points, less than a pip, from 4 to 7. Whereas over here, it's from 8 to 3, which is 5 pips. So it's too much. So we're going to pass. And the clock has changed. So we have run out of time on this trade. Typically, some traders will wait till the clock changes and want to see this number change by at least one. It was at let's see where it was at 10. It changed, it changed by a little bit more than one. So that's okay. But again, the issue here was the spread. All right, gang. Sorry we didn't find anything this morning. We will reconvene. Let's see what we've got. Let's see. Yes, Karina. Yes. Any thoughts on the orange CAD? I don't understand the question. GDP USD is now in range on Forex Factory. On Forex. Man. On the orange ones, I typically ignore them. I typically ignore the orange folders. It's the red ones I worry about. Some traders, like, I know a trader who says if there's two oranges on the same thing, he equates that to a red. I don't do that, but I just ignore the oranges. All right. Let's see. Real quick, just let me see who's here. What am I looking for? No, it looks like he left. Okay, gang. We will reconvene. Sorry we couldn't find a trade this morning. We will reconvene on next Tuesday, 6:30 a.m. bright and early. No trade on Monday. Have a terrific Memorial Day weekend and good trading. Probably today. I don't think I'm going to trade much the rest of the day. And I will send a trade out tonight, but I probably won't trade too much tomorrow either because most of the U.S. traders are going to probably be stopping early, so it'll be light volume tomorrow too. Okay, great. Thanks. Talk to you tomorrow, or talk to you next week. Bye-bye.